Welcome to the podcast. What a cracker today.
I do a deep dive on the stories about James Corden, and I think we can all agree he doesn't seem like a nice guy.
He wouldn't be in Robbo's top 50.
Absolutely not.
That is that.
Come on.
Keep listening to find out who is, though, if you can bear it.
He may have been. By the way, he may not have changed, Tony. He may just have been revealed. James Corden.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Aunty Donna, the best thing to happen to Australian YouTube, and you got to look for him. Broden from Aunty Donna comes in. You're going to love him.
And the ray of sunshine that is Nath Valvo
he's a
came in,
beauty.
Browny, and geez, he's had a bit on.
Yeah, I got a bit of money out of him. I scammed him on the way out.
Enjoy.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. How do you do, Jonathan Dino?
Go.
I'm going beautifully, Christine Swan. I was with the young bloke Jackie Brown last night. I get nervous now spending a lot of time in the car with him, just one out. Because, well, inevitably it's going to circle back around to Jack. When's Dino going to give me a call about this Red Bull Billy Cart race? And I'm not sure. I just keep having to fend him off. So yesterday I did about an hour in the car. I had to take him out to buy a baseball bat, buy some cleats. Then he wanted gloves. Then he wanted a new grippo. I'm thinking, Jesus, this kid's just punched me ears in, and he's cost me a fortune. And then jumped in the car, and on the way home, then the questioning starts.
Because, of course, Dino, you promised on air, both of you did.
Yeah.
You promised, what is he, 9?
9.
A 9-year-old
Coming
that he would be able to plummet down a hill in a custom-built go-kart. But you did this before you checked the legalities of it. And it turns out that he's too small and young.
And it's illegal for him to race.
And you are all changing the subject when he asks the question.
You tell that kid, we got 2 months until we race.
Yeah.
He's still the team captain, and we're going to get him in some random field, and he's going to test this Billy Cart like one of those kids off the Little Rascals. You tell him that.
That's a good option.
Come on.
I'm finding it hard at the moment. I'm trying to hold him back. It's like Lethal just coming at me after I played a shit game. Just coming. He just doesn't let up.
He's 9.
Just rides you all week.
You can lie to him.
Okay.
Lie to him. Tell him that it's actually the best thing to do, the preliminary testing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to
A lot
do
more
the main
fun there.
event.
No regulations.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ready to put your pool floaties to work?
Start planning the ultimate summer getaway with whatif.com. Find hotels and holiday rentals plus family-friendly resorts.
Just jump on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
I'm going to take you over to Japan, Swanee, where there's been a shocking crime. Online scammers been at it again. This time it was a Russian astronaut, or a Russian cosmonaut is the official term, Swanee. They're not called astronauts, they're called cosmonauts in Russia.
Are they?
That's right.
So are you saying that this person was pretending to be a Russian cosmonaut?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Pretending to be this man.
It reminds me of the heady days of Sputnik and Yuri Gagarin.
Wow.
How good. Sean Connery. Sputnik. Russian astronaut. Man claiming to be a Russian cosmonaut, as I said. He managed to convince his victim that he needed her cash to make his way safely back to Earth.
Oh, my
Wait
God.
a minute.
This is unbelievable. Astonishing story.
So he's telling some poor lady that he's stranded in outer space.
Yes, this
Ground
happened.
control.
That's right.
It's a major idiot.
The scam began back in June this year when the man contacted the woman, who was 65 years young, on Instagram and struck up an online relationship with her. Sent her a number of snaps to the International Space Station. Just, Googled that, Swanee, a couple of photos there. Then he claimed that he's working there, and he used distance and signal as an excuse for his infrequent messaging and inconsistent messaging, Swanee.
Oh, boy.
The pair then went on to speak online, LINE, which is a messaging app that's popular in Japan, where the scammer professed his love to the 65-year-old and then proposed, despite never meeting. Now, how exciting would that be if a Russian cosmonaut proposed to you online, Swanee? Like, honestly, I'd be fired up.
It's such...
I'd be horsing.
Absolutely. I mean, you just wouldn't believe it. And also, how ideal, because he's never at home.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly right.
He did the old I'm out of reception
Yes.
because he's in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be genius.
He sent some...
It could be.
What a moron.
Could be genius. Like, you would have thought that it's so... If someone tried this, you thought, well, no one would actually... This couldn't be a scam, and this is so far-fetched that it must be true. TV Asahi, the local Japanese TV station, reported that some of the alleged cosmonauts' messages read, I want to start my life in Japan, and saying this 1,000 times won't be enough, but I'll keep saying it. I love you.
That's so sweet.
Beautiful, so romantic.
So while he's floating in space, looking at this little glowing planet, he's thinking of this 65-year-old Japanese woman.
Yeah.
Very similar to those messages that Kylie Brown first started sending me. Remember that, Swanee, early days?
She loves it when you talk about this.
Missing you, wishing I was kissing you.
Wow.
I'd be happy just to unload the wallet there and then if she had kept sending that message.
It's poetry, John.
After winning his victim's affection, the scammer explained that there was a problem. Now, this is where the money exchange happened. There was a problem. He had to get back from space to Japan, and it cost money on the rocket. He then asked the woman to cover the supposed cost of a rocket to Japan, back from the space station.
How much does that cost?
And the alleged landing fees back into the country to the tune of 4.4 million yen,
Jeez.
which equates to around $30,000. And straight away, I'd think to myself, hang on a minute. There's an issue there. It costs more than $30,000 to get back from the space station back into Japan, wouldn't it?
Landing isn't cheap, son.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But I love that that's the point, that he would go, hang on a minute. I don't reckon this is a true story. It costs more than 30 grand to land. I don't reckon you're really a Russian cosmonaut orbiting.
Oh, man.
Well, I suppose 4.4 million yen, though. That seems like a lot, doesn't it? So, anyway, I feel bad. The 65-year-old fell for it. She fell for it and paid in 4 instalments, paid the close to $30,000 in Aussie, and handed it over to the cosmonaut.
It is
so sad.
Could be a bad news story, couldn't it?
It absolutely is. There's no winners here. Well, the Russian cosmonauts, 30 grand up.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
One of the greatest mysteries in my life is how James Corden is not a fabulous guy. He looks so gorgeous. It's like a Labrador actually being very vicious.
So you're going for a pat.
And you just don't expect that Labrador is just a rabid bastard.
Wow.
So there's been stories about James Corden being an awful person for the last few years. And yesterday there was a fresh one. I just can't believe it because carpool karaoke is so joyous.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And he just seems like one of mine.
Is it possible that everyone's ganging up on him so much that he's fulfilling this prophecy?
I don't think so. I think he is an arsehole.
You know what I mean, though?
Is he in the Ellen category, Swanee?
I think so.
Yes.
Doesn't appear to be awful, but is awful. And the latest story comes out of a restaurant in New York City called Balthazar, a legendary restaurant. And the owner banned James Corden yesterday.
Jeez.
Because he was so poorly behaved when things weren't up to scratch for him.
And one of the best restaurants we've been to.
Agreed.
We went there in New York. We went there 3 years ago, Swanee.
It's an institution.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it's like Donovan's here or, Pummeroy.
Right.
It's a huge New York City icon, really. So he was banned yesterday after an incident that occurred in the first week of October where his wife ordered an egg yolk omelette with Gruyere cheese and salad. Yum.
Delish.
Great order. And James Corden saw a bit of egg white in the egg yolk omelette, right?
Really? He's got good eyes.
So it wasn't even his meal. And he sent it back and said, you can't even do your job. You can't do your job, screaming at the waiter. Maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelette myself. And then he said, bring us all the drinks, and et cetera, et cetera.
Didn't he say, I think I was reading that up until that point, he goes, and we won't be paying for the ones we've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah, and this is not the first incident of poor restaurant behaviour. Another time, and this happens, it's not great, but it happens, there was a hair in his meal. Well, my God, somebody call a priest because he needed an exorcism. After that, he said, get us another round of drinks this second.
Oh.
And also take care of all our drinks so far. This way, I won't write any nasty reviews about you on Yelp.
This is all in the one sitting.
Second sitting. So he's a repeat offender.
Oh, no.
Nothing is up to his standards. I feel for his poor wife. There's nothing worse than being with somebody that's so poorly behaved.
He's making a scene and she's just sitting there going, kill me.
Absolutely. When Sam gets in here, because he used to work in hospo, he used to work at the spaghetti truck.
There was a dish pig out the back there.
Correct.
You wouldn't have seen the back
No, he wasn't.
customers.
He was a waiter.
Allegedly.
Really? You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm
the
sure.
The way he handled that drinks tray the other night at Polly's 40th.
I'm fairly sure he was on the floor.
Really? Okay.
And I'm going to ask him if he's ever seen any bad behaviour, anyone losing their mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of exhilarating and terrifying when you're in the same restaurant as somebody.
It is, isn't it?
Yes. Have you been either at a restaurant at the next table and seen someone lose their mind, or maybe you work in hospo and you're a waiter and somebody has been so rude at a restaurant? Let's open up the lines. 13 24 10. Now, what have you seen, Dino? You've seen someone lose their mind at a restaurant?
On my 21st, I went to a nice restaurant, Chinese restaurant, with all my friends, and 2 tables of young men, young morons. They presented me with a gift, a giant box. Opened it up. It's full of those little white beanbag balls. You know the one?
Yes.
But these balls are loose. As soon as that box opened, these balls were going everywhere.
Yeah.
I dug to the bottom and reached down and pulled out a giant rubber fist.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for the rest of the dinner, folks were chucking the rubber fist around the Chinese restaurant.
Horseplay.
Like doing Leighton Hewitt's with him, like the come on, but with a dangling rubber fist. Now, what a rubber fist used for, that's another story.
Sure.
Punching.
But the poor restaurant staff had to deal with a bajillion of those beanbag balls and a rubber fist. John?
Yeah, no, not good. Well, my father...
Oh, you're saying you are the idiots at the restaurant?
Correct.
Yeah, you are.
I thought you'd seen somebody get the wrong meal and have a meltdown.
You get some juiced up boys with a rubber fist in a Chinese restaurant, you're going to see some sparks fly.
Oh, my God. Simon from Torquay. Hello, Simon.
Good morning, Simon.
Hey, how you going?
Good. What happened to you?
I used to be a topless bartender for hens parties and birthdays, and I was working at a restaurant with a bit of a closed-off section. And I was walking around carrying some drinks, and one of the grandmas, I don't think she understood what was appropriate, and she walked past and just grabbed my junk and gave it a full squeeze. So I was
gave it a squeeze.
Very rude of her.
Didn't know the correct etiquette of this pub.
No touching.
How old was she, you reckon, at this stage?
She was about 75, grey hair.
Good on her.
Did your voice go up a few octaves during the squeezing?
No, she was very confident. I thought she thinks that maybe it might be like a normal thing to do. She just gave her a good old squeeze.
She'd be a demon, I reckon.
As a woman who is close to 75 years old, you made an old lady very happy that day, Simon.
Thank you.
Simon, 6 bottles of Zonzo Estate wine to think about that woman and what could have been.
I'd like to know how long it took Simon to convince. Like, if you're Simon's boss, how long it took to convince Simon that he needed to be a topless bartender for the evening.
Yeah. Not long, I would have thought.
Hey.
Because not all the patrons are 75, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Damien.
Hi there.
Hello.
What have you seen?
Hello. My family owned a pub in Geelong, and a celebrity who's still on TV today came in with her husband after Meredith Festival, bought a dinner at the pub, and when the bill was presented, said, "No, we're not paying. You should be grateful that we come to your pub."
What?
And left.
Damien, you've got to tell us who it was.
Come on, Damien.
No. I'm going to keep that one to myself. I don't. Yeah.
Denise Drysdale.
Was it Ding Dong? You'd tell her if it was Ding Dong, you'd tell her.
Oh, yeah. If it was Ding Dong straight after the Meredith Festival, looking a bit worse for wear.
Coming down. So. Nothing worse than Ding Dong coming down, I got to say.
That's very poor behaviour, Damien. How did it end?
Yeah. I stood outside the front of the pub and watched the walkway and just said, "Really?" And they just kept on walking off into the sunset, having had a wonderful weekend at Meredith and getting a free meal on us.
Wow.
What do you reckon the bill was, Damien?
About 50. We were only a family pub, so...
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Damien,
really bad.
could you make use of a family pass to Gumbaya World?
I'm sure I could. That'd be fantastic.
Splash into spring at Gumbaya World with unlimited water, wildlife and rides.
Something a bit closer, Donna.
Get a bit closer to what?
A little bit closer. It's in Geelong. It's on the other side.
Mate,
it's
I don't
all
know.
good. It's
I'm
all
not
good.
Mr. Melways over here.
Okay.
Hey,
Dan.
Dan, good morning.
Good morning.
What have you seen?
Worked at the restaurant as front of house manager. 17-year-old staff member went to give a table of 4, mum, dad and 2 kids drinks. As she was placing the drinks down, reached across the dad to place the drink next to the child sitting next to him, and the fathers just proceeded to go, whoa, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Well, you just don't do that, and continued to carry on in such a way. I want to speak to the manager. I came over, he continued to carry on, told that staff member I'll look after that table for the remainder of the night because she was crying at the back, and then went to the pass where they hand the meals out, asked the head chef how far off is such and such table, and he went, we're about to start cooking. I went, awesome, and grabbed their docket and just moved to the end of the row and just said, no, we're about starting that one yet, mate. So,
You kept him waiting. I'm just a bit unclear. What was he mad? What did the waitress do that was wrong?
The waitress was passing the drinks out. It's placed his drink in, like if she's at the head of the table, put his drink directly in front of him, and then reached across the front of him to place the drink in front of his child sitting to the left of him.
Cardinals.
Yeah, just a bit of a flog.
Dan.
Flog. How long, did he finally get his meal?
Eventually, and then when they came up to the register, just to top it off, he continued carrying on. But, we're going to be compensated. Grabbed the wife's card as it was in her hand and just put it down on the pay wave and paid the whole bill. And I went, no, you won't be compensated. Please don't come back.
Oh, wow. I love that. You banned
went
him.
next level.
People are dicks.
They are.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Well, good morning to you, Melbourne. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Welcome to the microphone as per usual.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Now, are we? I'm just getting a gauge here in terms of professionalism and broadcasting.
Tick.
Are you going to be more or less professional than Sebastian Kant, who did a traffic report on this very station about an hour ago that sounded like this?
Crashing for Blackburn, Canterbury Road and Middleborough Road. Got police directing traffic, good spot to avoid. Use Whitehorse or Burwood Highway, Springy or the other one.
10 out of 10.
Sebastian.
Springy. The other one?
Oh, the other one.
I wonder what the other one is.
What road does that go
Blackburn
through?
Road, maybe.
What road does that go through? What road does the other one go through?
Well,
Who knows?
Sebastian,
Springy.
This is not it's not a mystery. You just got to tell us the actual names of the roads, don't you?
The other one.
I'm no expert.
Strong name, Sebastian Kant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to be
Sebastian
careful
find
with
that
it.
Sebastian
Road.
can, in many ways.
Sebastian absolutely can
He couldn't before.
clear out his locker.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
How about some tropical stuff?
Well, I got plenty. If you want a sense of the day.
Yeah.
She's not October 19. How long to your birthday?
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
days.
How long till yours, Sam?
5 after that. Yeah. Not a couple of weeks. What do you want for your birthday? What do you get the man who has everything?
Pizza oven.
No, I'm not getting that. No chance.
I know what I'm getting you.
No chance. No chance am I getting you that. Hey,
Scratchy.
Scratchy. Is that the ultimate rude present, a scratchy?
No, it's exciting.
how old are you?
41.
What about this? What about a card with $41 in it?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't
That's
mind
classy. Hey, listen, British Prime Minister Liz Truss's disastrous month in power may actually cause her exit within days. I only mentioned that because remember I talked to you at the start of the week about there's a live stream of to see if there's of whether Truss will actually outlive a lettuce. That is how that that's a wonderful sign for your political career when there's a picture of you and a lettuce and people there's newspapers live streaming what's going to last longer.
It's unbelievable.
I hope it's not an organic lettuce.
But there are 5 days
she'll
left.
go quick otherwise.
That's true.
There are 5 days left before the lettuce outlasts its shelf life. So, I mean, the bet being that's longer than Truss will be in power.
How does
Mate, what a debacle.
England is a fairly big, important country. How is there nobody in it that can do that job? It's just astounding.
Well, Dino and I have argued about this, about the idea that over there in the US, that
it doesn't.
The Democrats' best option apparently was a man in his 80s who doesn't know where he is half the time.
It doesn't attract a fun time.
That's true.
If you're a genius, why are you going to do this?
That's a good point. As you get older, you realise, in politics in general, that doesn't necessarily attract the cream of the crop.
No.
That's my big takeaway. That's what I've realised.
The easy one is, though, she got swept to power by promising things she couldn't deliver. She sent the country virtually into a tailspin.
It worked for me in grade 6 when I campaigned for Digby captain.
Right on.
Did you?
There you go.
You got up?
Beautiful. I know we mentioned this yesterday, but, BTS, the K-pop band, how they've got a couple of them have to do South Korean military service.
Were they a lot older than you expected?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to be that old.
Yeah, they're oldest. Well, the oldest is 29.
Yeah.
So they're still all in their 20s.
I know, but I see them as 16, 17.
Anyway, this is really happening, do you know what I mean? Preparations begin next month. The band's management revealed they're taking a break, and I reckon this would have worked best for the village people. Do you know what I mean? Because at least they have, there's a cop, there's a soldier.
Yes.
There's a construction guy.
There's a construction guy. Well, there's a cowboy. Yeah, I mean, they're all up for it. They've got, some history or some experience in fighting.
And the Indian chief, he could have really made a difference to them.
Probably the less said about that, the better. It was a different time back then.
It was a different time.
Chief.
Is he still around?
Oh, yeah.
The same one?
As PC? No, not the same one.
So,
or as the PC... It's not PC, but you know what I mean, Swanee? Has that got a hold of it? The village people, have they changed it? I know the sporting teams in America have changed their names.
I would say so.
Are they a Native American down? Are you saying that if you went and saw the village people, are you saying you want the original?
No, I'm saying, is the Native American still allowed on stage?
It's a good... I don't think so. I haven't seen the village people. Have you ever seen the village people? Have you had anything to do with them? They didn't pop into the circle once.
They didn't much.
Feels like they could have, doesn't it? Doesn't feel like, hey, the village people are in town. Absolutely.
And village people are one of mine.
If you have time, you can YouTube village people roller skating with Bert Newton. Enjoy. Hey, that's Melbourne. That's my gift to you today.
They were the best. And Can't Stop the Music is one of the worst / most fabulous films you'll ever see.
Bureau of Meteorology are in the news. They've made a social media slip basically announcing a change to the new Twitter accounts, but they yet to claim the actual username themselves. So public just got them, if that makes sense. That's not the bit I was actually interested in with this story. It's just that they sent a statement to journalists yesterday asking that publications update how the organisation was referenced in the media. The Bureau of Meteorology asked that media outlets update editorial style to ensure references to the organisation are by its full name. Is there any, Bureau of Meteorology taking themselves a bit seriously lately? Do you know what I mean? Like, we used to have someone on all the time. Now we can't even get one.
I agree. Full disclosure, we've tried many times to get someone from there, but they're like, I'm sorry, I'm unavailable.
In saying that, possibly the last time we had someone on and you asked them, Dino, have you ever made love in the rain?
It's a good question because it ties the weather in.
May have been the one that they go, yeah, maybe this.
I thought they enjoyed the line of questioning.
92.
We obviously investigated their love life. Most other things unrelated to the weather.
The sexiest cloud variety. Yeah. That was a question you asked.
Cumulonimbus is obviously a clear winner,
mate. I'm a Stratus man.
Really?
Yes,
mate. Hey, I just wanted to...
Cumulonimbus all the way.
All the way. A big congratulations. I'll finish with Taylor Demir and Nathan Broad, our own Nathan Broad.
Yeah.
Who tied the knot on Monday.
Exciting.
Yeah.
They married at an intimate ceremony.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, we're allowed to say, I think our own Jack Charles was there, was part of the...
FaceTimed us last night, absolutely cooked at 7:30.
Well, they had yesterday, the Tuesday was the recovery day. I didn't know that was the thing, but anyway.
It was a recovery day yesterday and he was cooked at 7:30.
Correct, yeah.
Monday was the actual wedding. So congratulations to Nathan Broad and Taylor Demir, the loved-up couple. Had their ceremony in Queensland. Close family and friends in attendance, and
was Dusty there?
Well, it's a good... What? What are you asking me? I don't know. I just say it was beautiful. What about... Apparently he was.
Dusty was,
Dusty
but Barmy wasn't. Barmy wasn't invited.
BDE, Barm Dick Energy was not there. And but also the bride and groom went down the aisle to this beautiful song.
Of course they did.
And although I'm not sure about I'm not sure about how long term. I'm not sure about the long term. The idea that this lasts too long.
Not going to survive.
You reckon?
I don't think so.
Really? Why?
Well, Taylor had the bridal waltz afterwards, and then Brodie got to choose a song, and he went with this one.
I'm looking for someone.
At the reception.
Sonic Human.
At the reception, John. That's a disgrace.
Read the room, Brodie.
Read the room, Brodie. It's your
Save
wedding
it
day.
for the 1 year anniversary.
Hey, we've got jokes aren't funny next, Dino.
Yes, call us up. That Mitsubishi Mirage is yours. If Pang laughs, 132410. Call with your joke now.
Win a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage just by hearing one noise. Sam Pang's jokes aren't funny.
Will today be the day? Claire from Baronia, how you feeling?
I'm nervous.
No, breathe it out.
No, Claire, why would you be nervous?
Because I love you guys.
Claire, we love you too.
Well,
all right, you know how Sam.
You know how this segment.
You know how this works. Claire, you're going to tell a joke. Hopefully, Sam laughs. You toot away in a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage. Easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right. My grandpa always said, "Don't be quick to find fault." Lovely man, terrible seismologist.
Boo! Oh, from the grave, Gilbert Gottfried booed you. That's rough.
Claire, what have we got for Claire?
Well, I'll give you this amazing
There's
double
something.
pasta Hoyts plus a custom Ben & Jerry's cake. That's not bad, Claire.
That's great.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Order your custom Ben & Jerry's cake at select Hoyts locations.
Give us something, Sam, an assessment of that joke. Is the joke smith over there?
I'm not a joke smith.
Come on.
It felt long.
Will you steal that to perform in your sellout run of shows for the comedians Y/N?
Ready, but I'll probably open with it in Canberra on Friday night.
Go to Werribee, Ben. What is your joke for Pang?
Good morning, guys. How you going?
How are you, Ben?
Oh, going well. That's first time caller, long time listener.
Welcome, Benny.
Hey, it's not this is your life, Ben. Just get on with it, mate.
Hey.
What?
Hey, did you guys know that your pupils are the last part of your body that stop working when you die? Yeah, they dilate.
Oh, Jesus.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?
I wouldn't have thought that this segment could get worse, but yet it does every single week.
Ben, you seem like a good guy. What do you do for a crust?
Oh, just drive around and watch what everyone else does.
Sounds like a great job.
What on God's green earth does that mean, Ben?
You're a stalker.
Just auditor, inspector, one of those guys.
Oh.
Drug dealer.
Look dangerous. Stay on Benny's good side.
Okay, Ben.
6 bottles of wine from Zonzo, mate. Enjoy your authentic Italian cuisine paired with the perfect drop at Zonzo. It's in the heart of the Yarra Valley.
Feels like there's more there with Ben. He's a mystery. He ordered it.
He's a spy, I reckon.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Brad, in plenty. Let's roll.
Hey, how you going?
Yo.
Up and about, Brad.
Up and about. So, Hangy and Dino go down to the local bar yesterday after they finish, get a fluffy duck, they're chewing the fat, and there's this lady on the opposite side of the bar, and Dino starts giving her the winks, and they start chatting. Anyway, she gets all nervous and sneezes, and her eye goes flying across the bar. Dino jumps up and catches it. Anyway, he ends up taking her home, rubbing uglies, and the next morning he says to her, "Do you often pick up guys from the fluffy duck drinking hipsters from the bar and take them home?" She said, "Only the ones that catch my eye."
You've upset Rocky.
Jeez, it was well told, though.
It was good, Brad. It was good.
Really well
I
done.
didn't think it
words
upset
there.
Rocky. I didn't think it would.
And you bumped uglies and
Was
everything.
it rubbing uglies?
Oh, rubbing uglies. Yeah, rubbing uglies.
He told that a few times, Brady
Good on
boy.
you, Brad.
Brad just said, "Come on, it was good."
It was good,
rather
mate. No,
good.
sorry, it was good. Does that kill at Christmas, mate? You kill it at Christmas Day?
Oh, I've got some others that are a bit, I'm not allowed to say them.
Yeah, no, that's because we're on air, mate. Good on you, Brad.
Brad, do you have would a Gumbaya World Pass help your life?
Sounds great.
Yes, good.
Hey, mate, these are nice.
He's got good energy, Brad.
Good energy.
Yeah, he'll be fun out at Gumby World. He roll that
Brad,
joke out.
BDE, Brad, big energy.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Splash into spring at Gumby World with unlimited water, wildlife and rides. BDE for sure.
BDE. All right, come on, let's get it. So.
Debbie from West Footscray. How are you, Deb?
Hello, Chrissie. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, Brownie, you're up and about, Brownie, already.
I know, I am. Have you missed me, Sam?
Oh, well, it's what, like, you know, yeah, it's
How long's it been,
it's a tough
Sam?
question, Dev, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Usually I ring up all the time for jokes, aren't funny, and I've given you a spell, so I thought I'd ring today. And I've missed Brownie and Dino. Dino, you've been ghosting me.
What?
Yeah, I told Brodie to give you that message. What's going on? You've been ghosting me, yeah.
I've been busy. I love you, Deb. What are you talking
Deb,
about?
if you could possibly...
Yeah, okay.
Could you
possibly get closer to the phone, I think.
Can you just pull the receiver a
Just
little
take
bit
it
further?
2 centimetres away from... I'm assuming it's a landline, Deb.
No, it's not. It's a Samsung mobile. Thank you very much.
She's at a phone box.
Yes.
Righto, let's fire it up. You got any clothes on, Deb, before we start?
Oh, right, yeah.
Ah, good question. Deb?
Yes, I have today. It's a bit nippy this morning.
Sure it is.
Yep.
All right.
It is very nippy. Okay.
John.
Now, that's to be fair, Brownie asks that of Deb all the time, and it's an ongoing joke.
it is.
He's not some freak.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
No, that's right. And I love Brownie.
Okay.
Could be a freak.
All right, Deb, I'm ready.
go.
I'm ready for you, Deb.
Ready? Okay.
Presenting.
A husband and a wife were in the forest making mad, passionate love.
Yes.
When all of a sudden the husband stopped and said to his wife, I wish I had a torch so I could see what I was doing. The wife replied, I wish you did too, as you've been eating grass for the last half hour.
Oh, come on, it's close. It's so close.
Couldn't possibly... Look at you, Deb.
Can someone explain?
good effort.
No, I don't think you can explain it.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Broden from Aunty Donna. You may have seen him in things like Aunty Donna. Look, Aunty Donna has done a lot of stuff. One of them being Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun. And their book, Always Room for a Christmas Pud. It's out now. Here's Broden.
Welcome, Broden.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Yes.
Or Swan, Pang and John,
Yes.
as I like to call
Don't
you.
mind, eh? Let's throw Dino in there.
Come on,
Let's
put
throw
me
him
in there.
Dino and Dino.
Yes.
Who can forget Dino?
You should be in here.
This is your first time on the show. We're thrilled.
I know. I'm so honoured. I was just in this room and
Yeah.
you see on the social media videos the trees. And
Yeah.
I can see the trees outside.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
You're
to
in the
be
Tony
there.
Martin position there.
I'm in the Tony Martin position.
Whoa.
That's great. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
It's getting in early.
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
Well, John, there's a
plugging a
reason.
Christmas book, so I got to get it done.
right.
Yeah.
I'm holding a copy of your book. The illustrations are genius.
Yeah, James Fosdyke. Beautiful.
Can you
Oh, he's
tell me the
awesome.
brief that you gave him? Because
Yes.
this is so reminiscent of the books, the readers, the Ladybug books that I
Yes,
grew
that's
up
right.
with.
Yes, it's a penguin. It's a real penguin 30-year edition version of this book. My thing was just make me look as hot as possible. But it's pretty much, we made a video for our YouTube channel. We've been trying really hard to make people watch our comedy for like a decade. We made a Netflix show that was seen around the world.
Yes.
We tour everywhere.
Absolutely.
But the one thing that people talk about to us more than anything else is this one stupid video about eating pud. No, it doesn't matter how hard we try. That's the only thing that people talk about. So we're just cashing in now.
Yes.
We want to make as much money as humanly possible off this book.
Please YouTube the Aunty Donna Christmas Pud video. You'll understand.
How
Yeah.
many servings do you think is your record on Christmas? I mean, it is astounding how
Yeah.
much we can put away on December 25th.
I can do a couple of puds. I'll do a couple of puds.
I reckon I've done two and
puds?
a pav.
Puds and a pav?
Yeah.
Any trifle?
Yes. Yes.
I love a trifle.
Oh, mate.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Hey,
It'd be half tank. My mum used to put too much alcohol in.
Yeah.
By the end of it.
That's
couple
the
of
best
puds.
kind.
Could you do 3 puds?
I could do 3 puds.
Whoa.
I could do 4. Well, it depends on the size of the pud. It's become a thing where, like, at Christmas, we went to a hotel for Christmas lunch last year, and all the waiters were watching me eat the pud because they'd seen the pud video. And it's a hard thing now. I can't just eat pud without the pud pressure. But, it's a magical time, Christmas. It's a magical experience to eat puds with your friends at Christmas. And the Home Alone music's getting me in the vibe, really.
And this is a magical gift. It's the perfect size as a stocking filler.
Yes.
And easy to wrap, which is what you want for Christmas presents. You can wrap this beautifully.
Yeah. You can. It's a square.
It's a rectangle.
Yeah,
it's a rectangle.
Yeah. Well, I didn't learn about the squares at school, but I know Christmas is a magical time.
Yeah, man.
I'm guessing it's available at all good bookstores and online.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Definitely online. There's a chance, I've been told, I'm not an author, but I wrote this book, and there's a chance it might go #1 bestseller this week.
Yeah.
So
no pressure at all, though.
No pressure. But wouldn't that be funny? If this book went, I think it would be funny if we made a lot of money off it.
I like the idea of people buying this, putting on their coffee table, and someone not knowing about the pud legacy, picking it up.
That's right. It's fun for the whole family. We made it so that a kid could pick it up and read it and not know what the hell it's in context or related to. And
I need a bedtime story tonight for my 8-year-old.
Yeah, right.
Okay, little Macy.
Have you read The Magic Pudding?
No.
By the book from the 1918.
Is that Enid Blyton? No.
It's
Who's that?
Lindsay. Someone Lindsay, and it's a
Joan
creepy
Lindsay?
book.
Okay.
Joan Lindsay, I think.
Joan Lindsay?
I don't know.
We'll find that out. There's no way of knowing.
Oh, no, maybe that was the.
We'll have you back tomorrow. We'll sort
I think
it out.
Joan Lindsay was the actress that played the matron on A Country Practice. So maybe
Okay,
I've got
so
it wrong.
did she write The Magic Pudding?
I'm going to Google it for you. Talk amongst yourselves. Next questions, please.
All right, I got a question for you, Broden. How? Because you're allowed to say that you are filming a new series for ABC.
Yes, well, I am. And can I get some tense music? Do you have any?
Absolutely, man. Just leave it with me for a second.
Norman Lindsay.
Norman Lindsay.
Oh, there you go.
We are making a television show for the ABC, and one of you is in it.
Is it Dino?
It's Pang.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Draw it out a bit, you know?
I'm sorry. I got carried away.
I like that.
Yeah, Sam Pang generously said he would be in the show, and he showed up, half cut, and then
full cut,
and did a wonderful job for us.
How many lines? Because traditionally he does one line. One-liners. He's an expert one-liner. He gets caught in the TV shows.
You'll be very proud. There's a very small role again, Brownie. Don't worry.
How many lines do you think, Brad?
It's one very big line. He has a monologue in our show.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, and there's other like Richard Roxburgh's in this show, Sam.
Yeah,
so
lucky we didn't go head-to-head that day, Broden. I tell you what.
How many
Richard Roxburgh would have lost.
Yes, he would have.
How many takes did Pangy do?
Pangy, he's actually a really wonderful actor. There was a lot of worry about like, he's isn't he just like a guy who makes fun of people, and have you been paying attention? Can he act? But he was wonderful. Like there was truth.
I brought a lot to the role, John.
Sam, can you remember any of your lines, or are they just gone? Like I forget everything.
I don't want to give it away, Swanee.
No, I know, but out of context.
I'll tell you,
context, it doesn't matter.
I play a guy about to go on a date.
Okay.
But it's just there's excitement there, but there's sadness because he's. How much can I give away, bro?
You can just say it all.
Yeah,
I don't
say
care.
it all.
I'm about to go on a first date after losing my long-term, love. My long-term.
She died.
Oh, she died, all right.
This is a comedy like
She died a brutal death. Anyway,
You're getting back on the horse, though.
That's the backstory I gave. But I don't know what the boys were thinking. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's out. When's that out? Because that's exciting.
Like April, I
For
think.
all fans of yours that have seen the shows on Netflix or seen you live, yes, there's a Christmas book, but yes, you've got it's just exciting.
ABC.
Yes. You've got a show next year. That's great.
And just go to YouTube and just go down an Aunty Donna wormhole. You will not regret it.
Yeah, you will not.
Always room for Christmas pud. It's absolute gold. Broden, we love you.
Good on
Thank
you,
you, guys.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
I'm like big. I'm like Big Kev at the moment. I'm excited because you know what happened? Robbo's just put in his top 50 today.
Whoa!
Ah, yes. I'm up and about, Swanee. So
you sure you don't want Brodie in here for this?
No, I don't need
Are you
Brodie.
sure?
He could go top. He could go top to tail with
I
it.
don't even need Swanee to sing Talking Footy. This is bigger than footy.
Whoa!
This is life.
I did.
Say that again.
This is bigger than footy. This is life.
I cannot believe that. It's
I
the
am
greatest sentence
erect.
I've ever heard in my
Swanee,
life.
have a spell. Anyway, I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through the top.
Can I tell you right now? Footy chat is a lot better if Chrissie is involved. Don't just give it this. Have a spell, mate.
No, I'm saying have a spell from the champ. From the talking footy. Just
From the top, number 50. Here we go.
I'm going to start at number 20. The top 20, couple of Tom Stewart and Blitzarves.
Really?
19 and 18. I thought they may have been higher.
Did you think
Travesty.
Premiership players.
Do you think they're in the right spots?
I was really surprised. I would have thought top 10.
What about your boy, Sam Pang? Charlie Curnow won the Coleman medal only at number 15.
That's a disgrace.
He's doing this on purpose. Robbo's doing this on purpose to make waves.
It's to upset broadcasters and then take calls on whether the people are in the right spots or not.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I thought Shea Bolton could have been higher than 14. I love the comment that he made about Stephen May, who came in at 12, though.
Hold on a sec. He's saying Stephen May's the 12th best player in the... Is that what the top 50 is?
Yes, that's right. He's saying he's the 12th best player.
Oh, I've never been more upset in my life.
Really, yeah.
If there was a station I could ring to offer my opinion, I would ring it now, by the way. It was on the AM dial.
You could call Entrecôte.
Well, I love that you've referenced that, Swanee, because Robbo's referenced it. I love the comments, obviously they're all...
You're right, you got the same thought.
Like Charlie Curnow's comment was helped by sides double-teaming Mackay in the air, but often punishes the opposition when the ball comes to ground. It was Stephen May. This was the comment. May's next. He got punch drunk at one stage, which sidetracked his season, but he's been big in big games. There you go. Got punch drunk, Swanee.
This is Robbo.
Thoughts from the Oracle.
Thoughts from the Oracle. He's on fire. Tom Lynch in at 10. Jeremy Cameron, 4. What a season. What a bloke. Drunkenly filming and commentating while putting his premiership medal on his calf at 4 a.m. He's beyond legendary.
John, I don't...
God, is Robbo all right?
Robbo, what's wrong with Robbo?
The short answer is no.
Clayton Oliver at 3. Lockie Neal at 2. And the big one. The big reveal.
Here we go.
Sam,
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, number 1.
Get your nipples out, Sam. Patrick Cripps.
Get your nipples
What do you
out.
want from me?
What do you think? What do you think about Robbo's top 50 now? You must be excited.
There is nothing in my life that I care about less than that top 50.
Sam,
What?
like I said, this is bigger than football.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
James Corden is the big story. And I didn't want to believe that he could be a yucky guy because he looks so affable. He looks like the sort of man that I would really enjoy the company of.
It'd be like if you were a tool, Dino.
That would be...
Because you are, like, lovable and amazing and funny, all that stuff. But then if you just turned out to be a genuine...
Yeah.
Yes. And I just didn't want to believe it. I've heard stories about James Corden for years, and I'm just like, I look into his cute little face and I think, surely not.
What's the background, Swanee?
So he was banned from Balthazar restaurant yesterday, which has...
In New York City.
In New York City, which has just been overturned, by the way. The manager's come out and said, look, he's apologised profusely. He is allowed to come back to Balthazar. So that's all, quid pro quo at this stage.
Little publicity stunt there for Balthazar, Swanee? Ban
need
James
it.
Corden one day and then rescind it the next?
I don't think they need it, but yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm
a nice restaurant, though.
I'm a real babe in the woods when it comes to stuff like this. I generally believe anything I'm told. But what happened was he was out with his, I'm going to say long-suffering wife. I don't know anything about it. But my God, he sounds like hard work. And he was out with her. She ordered an egg yolk omelette, different to an egg white omelette, an egg yolk omelette.
Gee, she must have low cholesterol. You're doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's been proven as a myth.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that eggs are bad for cholesterol.
Really?
No, I think I have. I'll Google it after this.
Yes.
But
yes, Google it.
Dr. Google.
Swanee, I'm coming with you.
No, I think it's come out.
I'm following you into the woods.
It's just as an aside, I think it's a different... It is cholesterol, but it's a different cholesterol. It doesn't affect the human levels of cholesterol.
Okay, apologies. I've taken you off track.
No, that's okay. God, I don't care. I love going off track.
She knows what she's on about.
So the egg yolk omelette.
It's not Robbo's top 50, mate.
Yeah. Egg yolk omelette. Tomorrow I'm going to do my top 50 restaurants of all time.
Still can't
Where
believe-
will Balthazar come in?
Still can't believe Blitzar's at 19.
An egg yolk omelette with Gruyere cheese in a salad, which is something that I could really get behind.
A fine salad.
I love Gruyere as well, particularly with eggs. But there was a little thread of egg white in the omelette.
Oh, mate, the table would have been up, wouldn't it?
Pretty much. That's what caused him to lose his mind. And it wasn't even his meal. So imagine how embarrassed. You can hear the wife going, "It's fine, I'll just eat it. It's no problem." And him going, "No." So he calls over the waiter and he says, you can't even do your job. I should go back in there and I should go into the kitchen and cook my own omelette.
He's gone Gordon Ramsay on this poor person.
He really has. And it's not the first time. There's a few other bits and bobs that have come to light. One, in his talk show, in his night show, whatever it is that he does, someone was in the audience and said that James Corden never says a word to the audience and plays on his phone in the breaks.
Oh, like Sam on Front Bar.
Mate,
that's not true.
You take
that
that
is
back.
not true.
I take that part of my job very seriously. So when I read that, I was like, oh, no, you can't do that. People have made the effort to come out of their house.
Yes.
Get dressed up and come and see you, and you need their energy.
Brownie, you're good
It's a late show.
You're so appreciative.
You're good with best on ground, apparently. You're out and about during the breaks with the punters.
Well, every now and again I'd sort of just roll a joke out. And that doesn't sort of go that well.
Don't know if that helps,
especially ones about Larry Emder dying. But anyway, I probably could have gone with something else, but that's another story, Swanee. But I love to have a chat to them. It's good.
I do
because you
too.
get the energy out of them.
Of course. And we're just so appreciative, but not James Corden. But this one is my favourite. It was posted on Reddit, and I can't get it out of my mind. I think about it at least once a week, even when James Corden isn't in the news, because it just sums him up. Half an hour into a New York to London flight. So put yourself there, New York to London, longish, overnight. Passengers in business class noticed a woman with a crying baby being brought through the curtains from economy by a flight attendant. They looked on in mild horror as they saw the attendant direct her into an empty seat, the one empty seat in business class, and it was next to James Corden. So all of a sudden James Corden is sitting next to a strange woman and her screaming baby. Expecting a huge celebrity hissy fit to kick off, Corden's cabin mates were impressed to see that he didn't say a word or make any sort of complaint. That's big. That's a nice guy. He simply put on a pair of noise-cancelling headphones, pulled an eye mask over his eyes, and turned away from her. Oh, my God, I've lost the second page. Okay. And went to sleep. Everyone thought, how decent. When the plane landed, though, passengers were surprised to see Corden remain seated as the woman with the baby struggled to open the overhead locker. It's very hard to do all that and carry a baby. I've done it many times. But they were even more surprised when she turned to Corden and said, "For God's sake, can you at least hold the baby while I get the bags down?" The woman was his wife. The baby was his baby.
Jesus!
So much wrong with it.
I don't have a problem with it. It's like, seriously.
You're pro Corden. After that, especially.
Jeez, mate, I tell you what, there's, once one story gets out, Swanee, as if there's not others coming.
They're coming.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
If you get onto Reddit, there's threads and threads.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Just got a little bit of kind of housekeeping over here, Swanee, if you don't mind. I know that the other day I got lost. You said Pikey had been voted the hottest
sexiest bald man alive.
I don't know why.
By Brownie.
Yeah, that's the bit I didn't see that. By Brownie.
Yeah.
The actual story was that Prince William had been decrowned, I suppose, and Vin Diesel was the hottest bald man of 2022, which to me is just an excuse to play his banger. Vin Diesel, mate, tune.
I want to give him the Heimlich manoeuvre. It absolutely sounds like his throat is stuffed with bread.
Yeah, we'll go from the top just to hear that. Oh, here we go.
Wait for it when it kicks in.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm not sure that that's a nice thing that I want to hear. Every single word you say makes my stomach turn.
Well,
Doesn't seem right.
I've got something to
You can
say
make
about
love to
that.
it and
mate.
have.
And have.
The debacle that was Fast and the Furious 9, especially the latter scenes.
Mate, ludicrous in space, in a sedan.
Absolutely. That's offset by the perfection of that song. I just want to put it out there.
Say, your phrasing today, you are spot. Have you good sleep last night? Did you have a bit of sleep? You're
Well
fresh.
rested.
Well rested. The other thing I wanted to point out,
I
Swanee.
was expecting something serious, and then bang,
Bang.
bang. And I love
am
it when
serious.
I love it when I get the line that you're happy to deliver, and you eyeball me when you're doing it. It's my favourite thing.
A little bit of a twinkle.
Yeah.
It's a gift. The other news, some housekeeping, is that there's Coldplay. Coldplay have been in the news recently, Swanee. They were forced to cancel gigs in Brazil due to Chris Martin getting a lung infection. The other story was that this is before he got sick. He dropped in. Coldplay's Chris Martin just dropped into a pub with a song. Did you see this? A couple was surprised when Coldplay star Chris Martin jumped onto a piano to play them their planned wedding first dance song at the Stag Inn near Bath. This is a couple of weeks ago. They were planning their wedding, and Chris Martin entered the pub, and they mentioned that this might be that they were chatting, and then all of a sudden he just started playing.
How gorgeous!
I mentioned that because Coldplay, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. You're not going to believe this. In 2000, I think Parachutes were their first album.
The best album.
Do you know any bangers on that
This is my least favourite song off the album.
one? Yeah, no, it's not my favourite.
Yeah, it was the biggest, but it was my
Was the
least
Scientist
favourite.
from this
No.
one? No, Scientist was one a couple of years later, which...
Trouble,
Yeah, would you like your
Spies.
heart ripped out right
No,
now?
You all right, Hank?
Yeah, I said to them during the break, Brandon, that there was a breakup going on here, and this song was on, and mate, between this and The Bodyguard, I'm off to a pub.
Tough times.
Yeah, tough times, mate. Tough times.
How many times do you reckon you would have listened to that on
This
loop?
song,
Yeah.
1,000 tops a day.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast. Look who's on the show, it's Nath Valvo. A comedian I wish I could be.
Yes.
All right, mate, I'll stand up with you. You look uncomfortable.
I don't like to sit. I like to stand.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you. I
You've just
appreciate
come in
this.
like a whirlwind of nonsense. There's a lot going on, Nate.
It's the listeners need to know when you arrive in this studio, you're all very welcoming, and you all stand up and give a standing ovation to your guests.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Can we talk scams straight off the top, please?
Oh my God! I mean, we're diving straight in. I
Yeah.
almost feel like I'm here today as a community service announcement to the listeners of your show because I got scammed on the weekend, and I'm humiliated. It
How
is
did this happen to
huge
you?
boomer vibes going on. Firstly, I want to say a shout out to my mother Lynn because she got scammed a couple of months ago, and I judged her.
Well done, Lynn.
Because you judge people when they get scammed.
What
You're a good
scam
son.
did she fall
She got a message on her WhatsApp saying, "Hey, Mum, it's your son. I have a new number." Right? And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's probably Nathan because he's a trash bag and loses his phone." And said, "Okay," and responded to the text. And then they responded, "I need money."
That's a reasonable scam.
Yes, and my mother has two sons. One works the corporate ladder in Europe and one's a comedian. So which one do you think she thinks was texting for money?
Yeah, not the corporate one.
And then she called my partner Cody to ask something about why I wasn't answering my phone, and we figured out it was all a scam.
Did she send money or
No, it didn't go that far.
Okay.
So I got it too. There it is.
What?
There. That's what it looks like. Hi, Mum. This is my temporary phone number.
Whoa.
And the only reason I didn't believe it, I reckon, and my phone is broken, thumbs up. The only reason I didn't, click on that or believe it is because I'm still in charge of all the phones. My kids are so little that if they've got a phone or a phone number, I've got to organise it, and I hadn't done that.
My mum would never get that. She blocked me a long time ago. I would never get it.
I also saw
so too.
Yeah, there is a message there on your WhatsApp, Chrissie, from me. That is me asking for money, by the way. That other one is real. So on the weekends, I'm hanging on the couch. My favourite thing to do on the weekend, Brownie.
Watching the races.
Watching sport, as I do.
Yes.
Heaps of sport. Sex and the City Season 3. And I get this text message, Sam Payne, that said, and I love CityLink, big user. Do they sponsor the show? I'm on that freeway often now that I've moved to Moonee Ponds, Chrissie. I'm okay with the floods. Thanks for checking in. And I got this text, Brownie, that said, your CityLink linked pass is out or something.
Oh, yeah, I got that one as well.
I got that too.
Click this link immediately or you get paid. You will be fined $500 in 3 days or something. I was like, oh, boy. So I clicked it because I don't pay things. I always forget. Clicked the link, went to a website. It looked legit.
Yeah.
It said the things, had the logos. And I put my credit card details in.
Oh, God. Man.
Oh, wait, you wait for the best bit. Put the credit card details in, press enter. And then a message came up that said, looks like we're having trouble with that one. Can you try another one? And so I did.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, they're getting clever.
I gave them my second credit card.
So the website looked pretty good.
All legit, man. Logos, all the hoo-ha.
If it had logos, what choice did you have, Nate?
And then I did look at the website in my browser, and it wasn't like the official one. It was like 6600083.com. I was like, wow, I'm a boomer. Then I felt really bad about it. And then I saw a tweet from the absolute television icon that is Magda. Magda Skabanski fell for the
Sorry,
same...
Magda.
I don't know how to say it. How do you say it?
No, let's just give him some space and say it again. Magda.
Sabansky?
There you go.
That'll do. Shabansky, yes.
She fell for it too, and she's tweeted about it, and I feel less alone.
You know... You
like
say
a loser,
boomers.
though.
You say boomers, but my dad, who was a major in the army, you're going to have to do better than that to scam him. I sent him an email. I went to a family reunion here in Melbourne, and I took some photos and I sent them to Dad on the Gold Coast. Thought he'd want to see his brother and, you know, nephews and stuff. Sent the photos through to his email, and I got a text message. Chrissie, did you send me an email? You very rarely send me emails, and you just sent me 2 in a row. I'm checking, as I don't want to be scammed like those Optus people.
Yeah.
That's the major for you.
That's the major. So I had to confirm, yes, it was from me.
And he went out the front and on the lawn and mowed down a couple of... What did he do? Come back
he pumped a few bullets into his laptop.
That's what he likes to do.
Just to make a statement. Very good by you. And my takeaway is you got 2 credit cards as well.
Oh, someone's
doing well.
One's a debit card, but, you know... Thank you.
Comedy Republic. It's the best venue in the city. You're going to be there on the 5th, November 5 on the Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Come see I'm just doing a little muck around show. I do it once a year where I just, throw in some new stuff, see how we're going.
I like the new stuff.
And it's fun.
Really?
So if you come on down, you can see me.
I missed you last time because you had COVID.
Okay.
And
good stuff. Well, I don't have it anymore.
No, you don't. And I've got no plans. A second time. I've got no plans for my birthday, which is right then. So I might celebrate my birthday on my own with you.
Come down, see me do comedy and Chrissie Swan crying in the corner that she's all alone on her.
No, happy as a clam.
That may be a hollow promise, because last time you were in here, she did promise to come over and have coffee with you in Moonee Ponds. Has she done that yet?
No.
Whoa.
Still waiting.
Excuse me, you're sitting on the couch watching Sex in the goddamn City. I'm working 7,000 jobs.
It's a good point.
I will not take it.
It's a good point.
Maybe Chrissie wanted to give you some room, considering you and your partner Cody have some plans.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Getting married.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Don't do
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's actually also a scam. So our wedding invite has a link. And we'll ask you for some credit card details.
Yes. This is a long-termer. Why the change? Why the change in circumstance? Why do you want to go to the next,
We've been together for 9 years. That's a really long time. And gay years is like dog years in a relationship. So it's like actually 27 regular people.
Yeah.
You'll get married and break up the year after. That's how it works.
Oh, man. And you know what? Cody's mum is a divorce lawyer. That is her actual job.
Ominous. Very ominous.
What am I doing?
This is part of a scam.
You'll lose one of your credit cards in the settlement, don't you?
Google Comedy Republic and Nath Valvo. It's always good to see you, man.
Love you all.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Earlier on this morning when I was making our bulletproof coffees in the kitchen, Jonathan, I was listening to Nova 100 in the kitchen, and I heard a traffic reporter called Seb Can't.
Good name.
Who was warning everybody about an accident.
Crashing for Blackburn, Canterbury Road and Middleborough Road. Got police directing traffic, good spot to avoid. Use Whitehorse, Burwood Highway, Springy, or the other one.
Yes! And I laughed out loud. Springy or the other one. Seb Can't joins us now. Hello, Seb.
Yes, hello, good morning. How are we?
So what happened? What happened there? I mean, I love it.
There was a little noise in my head that sounded like this. Sort of brain fart. Just had a mental blank.
He's doing his own sound effects.
Seb, you must have talked about that quartet of streets and roads for decades.
Yeah, I've driven through it a few times too, but I just had a mental blank. So I do apologise for my inaccurate reporting on that report this morning.
Seb,
I won't let it happen again.
Seb, I've no doubt you're a master of the craft, but just for those who were listening earlier on, what did you mean when you said the other one?
I think Middleborough. Can't even remember where it was now.
Yeah. It was over around Burwood, wasn't it?
Yeah, Box Hill, Blackburn, South Burwood,
yeah.
Seb,
that'd be the one.
Are you actually in a helicopter often, just looking at the traffic?
Yeah, most of the morning. Yeah.
That's a good job.
Obviously, I won't tell you what else I do because, we need to be listening to the radio. But yeah, there's a bit of TV stuff and some cameras and some zooming in on people doing naughty things.
Multi-platform star.
Yes,
Hey.
What way?
Hey, can you hear it?
Seb can.
Seb can.
Well done, John. What does zooming in on people doing naughty things mean, Can't?
Well, obviously cutting across in front of trucks and causing mayhem and, people getting their breakfast ready in the high-rise buildings. No, we would never do that.
Seb, how do you spell your surname?
C-A-N-T or Charlie Alpha November Tango for those in the aircraft.
Jeez, that must have been problematic over the journey.
Little bit of an issue, yes. I went to some schools where they found other ways of pronouncing it. It was somewhat upsetting, so I left.
Yeah, we can't talk too much more about that or we'll lose our license.
By the teachers as well, Seb. That's the worst thing. I would ask you this, Seb. So if you're on a chopper all the time, can you confirm that if, of course, mechanical failure in any sort of aircraft is everyone's worst nightmare. Can you confirm that if a chopper's has mechanical failure and that it can glide?
Would you call it gliding? Yeah, I guess so. The rotors are still spinning. Unless the rotors fall off, if they're still spinning, even without the engine, it's sort of landing like as if you still got the engine running because the rotors are spinning so fast. It's when the tail falls off, then you're in a spot of bother. Not only do you spin around at a ridiculous high speed, you also crash and die.
The plummeting to the earth bit I didn't need, but the first part was quite comforting. I appreciate that.
I like the cut of your ribs, Seb.
Have you ever come close to a fiery death, Seb?
Yeah, but that was in India. It was a really shifty curry.
Come on!
Wow.
Sorry.
Hang on a minute. Headlining Melbourne Comedy Festival at Seb Can't.
Well, Seb, thank you for your time, and we'll end the show with your wise, informative words from this morning.
Crashing for Blackburn, Canterbury Road and Middleborough Road. Got police directing traffic, good spot to avoid. Use Whitehorse, Burwood Highway, Springy, or the other one.
Genius.
Good on you, Seb.
Yeah, brother.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Nova 100.